Hi guys, welcome to episode 3 of All About That Reef. Today I have just put together a few documentaries and TV shows that I have watched and loved. So I thought it would be great to share it with you too. Most of these documentaries gives you so much information on marine education and marine conservation. It gives you the different kinds of behaviors of sea animals and provides breathtaking footage of sea creatures in their element. Personally, I think this would really impact youngsters to see science in a completely different way because it's not the kind of science you learn in school, and I honestly wish it was. What I also like about these shows are that they give you an understanding of the different kinds of jobs you can get in this field. Because when everyone thinks like of the field science in general, they think you either have to be a scientist or a researcher. But not everyone has to be that to save the oceans and bring awareness to marine conservation. There are photographers, filmmakers that have done so much in bringing awareness to our oceans. A really good example of this would be the filmmaker Craig Foster, who documented this wild octopus in the South African kelp forest for an entire year. The documentary My Octopus Teacher gave us a never seen before perspective of the life of an octopus. And all he did was go to see this particular octopus every single day, only because he had a passion for filming and just loved being in the sea. And obviously, he had this unimaginable connection with this particular octopus, and he brought so much knowledge, not just for us, but for marine science in general. And he was not a scientist, but just a filmmaker. So, yeah, just wanted to say all you need is a passion for it. So, my first recommendation is Our Planet. Our Planet is a TV show narrated by Sir David Attenborough and showcases the world's natural wonders, iconic species, and wildlife spectacles that still remain. Out of the 8 episodes, episode 2, Frozen Worlds, shows breathtaking scenes of our poles and the animals that live there. From narwhals, humpback whales, to penguins, to elephant seals, to walruses, and how fast their lives are changing, as we're losing ice at a rate. Episode 4, Coastal Seas, mentions that the seas fringing land make up less than 1/10 of the world's ocean. Yet 90% of them lives in these coastal waters. So they show us how stingrays and bottlenose dolphins catch their prey close to seagrass meadows, the importance of mangroves, and how reef sharks hunt for their prey at night, and fur seals and sea otter behavior within kelp forests. Episode 6, High Seas. This is one of my favorite episodes that goes deep into the ocean and gives us a glimpse of the creatures living in the twilight zone. I think everyone knows about the Twilight Zone, but to tell you a bit about it, it is almost 200 meters deep and it is the least unexplored area on Earth. And it's such an alien-like world. They create their own light. You really got to see it to believe it. Blue Planet 1 and 2 obviously, but Blue Planet 2 would be my favorite. It is also a nature documentary narrated by David Attenborough. It is a well-filmed documentary covering all parts of the ocean, all its creatures and each of their behaviors. It is a must watch, and the filming in it is just amazing. This is an amazing TV series about how Earth is seen from a different perspective, and that is through the eyes of astronauts who see it from space. It is a story about Earth and how our planet was able to come alive. In one episode, they show one of the most spectacular events that is rarely seen on a full moon day, and that is the beauty of coral spawning. Chasing Coral. This is an amazing documentary that needs to be watched to understand the bleaching of coral. It's all about corals and how beneficial they are to us. They try to capture a bleaching event and shows footage of coral reefs in different parts of the world, including Sri Lanka, and shows us how they're vanishing at an unprecedented rate. Mission Blue. Sylvia Earle, a marine biologist, explorer, and engineer known for exploring the ocean in submersible crafts. It is a movie about her and what she has to say about protecting our oceans. I cannot explain to you how amazing and inspirational this ocean wonder woman is. But if you ever want to be a marine biologist or marine conservationist, this should be on your list. Plastic Ocean. Another one add to the list is this documentary. As the name suggests, it is why the issue of plastic pollution is so important. It proves how plastic, once they enter the oceans, break up into small particulates that enter the food chain, where they attract toxins like a magnet. These toxins are stored in seafood's fatty tissues and eventually consumed by us. It teaches you a lot about the life cycle of plastic and the destruction it's causing. Yago, A Life Underwater. This is also one of my favorites. It's about an 8-year-old hunter who dives like a fish on a single breath, descending to great depths for several minutes. He grew up in the Togian Islands in Indonesia, but these people, who are also called the Bajau people, also known as sea gypsies, are known to have spleens 50% larger than the average human, which gives them the ability to stay underwater for longer. And they only wear a pair of tiny wooden goggles to hunt, which means they have the ability to see underwater more than a normal human. How crazy is that? I'm pretty sure I've said this is my favorite quite a few times already, but this is on my favorite list too. South Pacific Islands are the most remote in the world. Their extraordinary isolation has created some of the most curious, surprising, and precarious examples of life found anywhere on Earth. It shows you the different cultures you get in these islands and some of the largest migrations that happen. It is an area that is teeming with life, and I hope it continues to do so. My very last recommendation is one of the episodes from Night on Earth. Episode 4, if I'm not mistaken, named Dark Seas, takes you to the ocean at night and shows you how whale sharks hunt at night and the bioluminescent sea plankton in the Maldives. Done, and I hope you enjoyed my take on these documentaries and TV shows. And honestly, it's so much of information and knowledge that you will learn about our planet and a different point of view of the current issues that we're facing and how important it is to save it before it's lost forever. If you do happen to watch any of them or have already watched any of them, comment down below on which was your favorite. And if you have any more cool facts about any of them, let's talk about it. Thank you and see you next time.